Alright guys, so for this base, I think this is one of Itsu's bases, and since it's the beginning of the season, and I don't know why this guy doesn't even have the super wizard towers, but nothing I can do, I go up against this guy. So what I like to do with these bases, I just go for a quick fireball onto that monolith, and we take down the CC as well. Usually I would have to use 2 invisibility spells, but now I have to use 3 since this guy doesn't have the super wizard towers, and there's one on the outside. So hit the warden ability, and then use your earthquakes. And then you can let your warden work for like 10 seconds to take down that wizard tower or whatever it is. So you can funnel a bit and then lure him over with your queen. Put some golems in, and then the apprentice trooper or whatever it is, I don't know what it's called. And then for this base you basically have to use the log launcher. That way you can activate the invis tower on the core. And it actually depends. If you, for example, use an ice block, you could go for a deeper warden charge and get a fireball onto that core. But you might time fail. It's a risk, but I think if you do it correctly, you would not time fail. But you would need a ice block. But so anyways, as you saw right there, we put everything in, and then we're trying to also funnel the outside. Now, unfortunately, my king did go on the inside. So and my queen is on the outside, but it's not gonna matter too much. So you want to funnel the outside so your troops and main army go into that core before that invis tower gets activated again, and then use your overgrowth on the back end. And at this point we still have all our heroes alive. And also with the Royal Champion, try and use her ability before she goes into too much damage, so you don't waste your 10 rocket spears. This is looking pretty good. I still have all the cleanup troops left. Now, yeah, of course, this guy just did not have the wizard towers, but it wasn't gonna be any difference even if he had them, because it's basically the same approach. A huge overkill. Alrighty, now for this second base. So, since the hero bell is at level 1, there's no point of going for a fireball onto that compartment, so I'm just gonna go for the diagonal compartment, the opposite one. And right here, I don't know what happened, like my brain lagged for some reason, and I used so many invisibility spells and I did not even have to use it. I have no idea what happened, so I just ended up using all my invisibility spells. I feel like I only needed 2 probably, but take a look at that. What am I doing? Oh my god, that was so stupid by me. And I didn't even get my fireball correctly, so I don't know what happened right there. My brain lagged for some reason. But it's not gonna matter anyway because we're gonna get a 3-star. And now you wanna go behind that 5-spitter. So put in 3 golems and then the Tesloons, the apprentice, whatever it's called, apprentice warden. And then 2 of your golems on the outside to funnel a bit, and then your king as well on the outside, so you can clean all the trash buildings on the outside, and your main army is gonna go in the middle. And as you saw right there, I did overgrowth because I don't want my troops to split up, and now they're basically gonna walk around, which is really good. So sometimes you gotta use your overgrowth really early if you mess up the funneling and the path, which I did in the beginning because I had a really bad fireball. And we're gonna try and use our totem spells to reduce some damage and also use the rage spell. And I did use my world champion ability early. Now I'm gonna try and clean up as well so I don't time fail. I still have the queen ability left, and there's not much of this base left honestly, so I'm gonna try and hold on to her ability. World champion is still working. My world champion is gonna take down that scatter shot, which is huge, so that's pretty good. Those skeletons are gonna unfortunately they did not get taken care of. I thought that world champion ability was gonna kill them, the electro boots, but anyways, it's not gonna matter too much because we still end up 3-star in this base. And that's the thing though, like even if you mess up in the worst way possible, well maybe not the worst way possible, but even if you mess up, if you do a lot of things wrong, you can still get a 3-star because this army is so OP, but you have to basically try and maybe redirect your troops with an overgrowth early like I did in this attack, but it also depends on how it goes in the beginning with your fireball. Alrighty guys, so now for this base, god damn it, so we have to go for a log launcher to activate that Invis tower and the core. Or actually, I think I do end up going with a fireball onto that core, even though I will like let my warden walk for like maybe 1 minute. So right there, as you saw when I switched to my troop launcher, I was like, okay, fuck it, I'm gonna go for a fireball onto that core. Yes, it's gonna take some time, but I did not know what to do with this base. Like with the log launcher, I wasn't really sure I was gonna approach this base with the log launcher. So I was like, let's just go for a fireball onto that core. And now I gotta wage my warden up right there because there's gonna be a lot of damage. So once my warden locks onto that gold storage, it's basically like an ice block. He's gonna be busy for like 3-4 seconds, and then I'm just gonna use my invisibility spells. I don't even have to use that many. So 1, 2, and that's enough. Hit the warden ability. That was a pretty good fireball. And now lure my warden over because I'm trying to go behind the fire spitters, the other fire spitter. And I'm gonna poison the CC. I did put the the king on the outside so he can funnel, and that way my golems can go on the inside instead of going on the outside because they target everything. I think I accidentally pressed my world champion ability, which I should not have done obviously, but yeah, sometimes I'm playing on mobile, so sometimes I do stupid stuff. I don't know, it's just that my phone is so small and sometimes I accidentally press buttons. So far it's looking pretty good, but I still got this really tough backend. But I've got 2 invisibility spell, 1 freeze and then 1 totem, so I'm gonna try and distract everything. That overgrowth is still working, which is good. I'm gonna try and invis as well to protect him. Still got the world champion plus the healers and the giant and the queen and some golems left, so this is looking really good as well. Yes, it's not the biggest overkill, but yeah, who cares? Get a 3-star and then you should be happy. Alrighty guys, so for this base, it's obvious I'm gonna try and get a fireball onto, I believe, that cannon. Yes, it is that cannon we're gonna go for, and I use all my invisibility spells, which I should not have done, thinking back on it now, but I should have just started with my warden like on this bottom side, and then I would have probably used less invisibility spells, but just take a look at what I do. So I put my warden and hit the warden ability, and I almost lost my warden, so I had to put a totem spell down, put all the healers, because that expo was so close to taking down my warden, but fortunately I did save him, which is really good. But I could have gotten probably that scatter shot as well if I went for a fireball onto that rage tower, and I should have started with my warden on the flank, but yeah, I don't know, sometimes I just go for quick fireballs, and sometimes you don't really think about the consequences as well, so you just go for a fireball. So right here, I'm still holding on to my overgrowth spell. I'm gonna put my warden champion, well, basically beside the king on the outside, but the good thing is my king isn't going on the outside, so he's gonna funnel everything, and my troops are gonna, or my main army is gonna go into the score. And I basically just waste my world champion ability, like she's gonna end up going into too much damage. So I should have used her ability when she was like beside that, well, a bit back, a bit more behind that CC. That way I would not have taken that much damage, but yeah, you don't really think of everything when you're doing your attacks. I think I got like 3 shots off with my Royal Champion before she went down, and I wasted like 7 Rocket Spears, which is probably like maybe 3 defenses or 2. But we still end up getting a 3-star, which is really good, and that's what I've, you know what I'm trying to say, is that even if you mess up and like a lot of ways, you can still recover and get a 3-star with like maybe your queen alive or whatever it is. And that's the beauty of this army, like. But a 3-star is a 3-star, so I'm more than happy. Alrighty guys, again, everybody's using like the same bases, and right here I go in for a different approach, but actually it's still the same approach. I go for a quick fireball onto that monolith, and right here we only have to use 2 invisibility spell because this guy has the super wizard towers and he's merged them, so there's less regular wizard towers. So we're gonna use 1 invisibility spell, 1 more as well, that's 2. Hit the wooden ability instantly, and there we go. Nice. Yeah, I was a bit bad with my earthquakes. I could have taken down a fire spitter as well, but I don't know, sometimes I don't even think about it. I don't even have my healers. My warden almost went down. So another thing guys, put in your healers as well, don't forget. And right there, I should not have put my king at beside those golems. I should have put him probably onto that mortar, that way he can funnel the outside and walk towards his bottom side, but I've learned now, and hopefully we're not gonna make the same mistake. So I did use the log launcher because you want to activate that Invis Rage Tower core. So right here I'm trying to get my heroes to go on the outside. I'm sorry, not my heroes, my main push, and they end up doing it, which is really good, but it's gonna probably like backfire on me. Not that bad, but still, it's not going to be a clean attack. So that was really bad of me, because had I put my king down a bit more towards that bottom side, he would have funneled this outside, and I would not have used, you know, I would not have to use my overgrowth that badly, but I could have used it on the back end onto that fire spitter, but yeah, I don't know. I'm still going to try and learn from the mistakes we do. So guys, try and always put your king a bit more on the outside so we can funnel. See my queen, even my queen, she basically went back to take down that super wizard tower. So had I used my king really in a correct way, I would not have had to use my overgrowth. And yeah, this was gonna be a much cleaner attack, but it's all good though. A 3-star is a 3-star. But don't do the same mistakes I do, guys. Alrighty, what kind of base is this? My god. So instantly, I had to go for a fireball onto that multi-inferno tower. Now I'm not gonna get all the defenses in that compartment, unfortunately, because the earthquakes are not gonna reach that whole compartment. The fireball is though, but it's all good. I don't even have to use any invisibility spells, so I'm just gonna hit the Warden ability instantly. There we go. And just like that. I could have probably taken down a multi-archer tower as well, but that super wizard tower, there's no way. So I'm gonna let my Warden walk a bit, and then we're gonna put everything in. And then my king on the outside. So right here I did actually, I think I did a pretty good job, because now he's gonna walk towards that bottom side, or on the outside, and clear those trash buildings. I don't know what is targeting my Warden. And that's see, how did my Warden go down? This is so stupid. So when I saw my Warden went down, I had to use my World Champion for this other side, basically the opposite side, and I had to use her ability as well, so she can take down those defenses without taking so much damage. I still have my overgrowth left, which is good. So I'm gonna try and overgrowth this backhand. Just like that. Of course my World Champion goes into a bait. I somehow managed to save this attack because my Warden went down so fast, and I don't know how he died. Out of all the heroes and the troops, he got targeted and he went down. It feels like this game is so rigged, like. So I end up, saving this attack. But when my Warden went down, I was like, no, this is probably over. But you gotta keep on trying, can't give up. So I'm gonna invis my queen so she can take down that multi-gear tower. Another invisibility spell. I still have my golems left and some cleanup troops as well. And the golems are pretty slow, so I think I end up. I'm not really sure how much time I had left, but I do know that I 3-star, which is good. So yeah, yes, these attacks weren't really that clean, but we're gonna learn from our mistakes and hopefully not do them in the future and get much more cleaner attacks.